Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, then welcome. And if you don't want to miss out on weekly pick a card readings, don't forget to subscribe. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see how do people see you. So basically, how would they describe you? And I only used my own cards for this reading just to do something different and get a different feel, okay? So in front of me, I have 4 different options, each with a different stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Take a moment. If you need more time, you can pause the video now, and if you know which one you want, you can go to the timestamp down below. Also, if you feel drawn to more than one, feel free to choose it as well, because that means there's another message meant for you. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. So how do people see you? Okay, group number 1. So right away, the first card that I got for you guys was this card. So this tells me that you guys are seen to be the one in a lot of different people's eyes, okay? Whether you realize that or not, that's what's coming through. And that tells me that you guys are overall seen as like the full package, okay? And are what many people view as like the ideal person that I feel like they could see spending forever with. Okay, so you've got like a wifey and hubby written all over you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of different people weren't jealous of you because you have this kind of persona that they know, you know, people, they want you, you know, they want to put a ring on it basically. And along with that, I'm seeing that you guys also come across as being like a Leo, okay? So very bold, dominant, blunt type of personality. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys weren't really opinionative and did speak your mind, okay? And I feel like you have such a dominant, fiery presence that when you walk into a room, like, people, they take notice. And you might even have like a look that you give others, you know? I mean business, and you just come across as being like kind of fierce. So I feel like, you know, if people are kind of insecure, they might be kind of intimidated by this energy. And others, you know, they find it refreshing because they can rely on you to be like, you know, telling it like it is, basically. Sometimes you guys come across as not having a filter, and you're definitely the friends that people would not want to put on speakerphone because they have no clue what might come out of your mouth. But I feel like you guys keep it interesting because you're so fiery and lively and passionate type of people who speak their minds. So, you know, those who vibe with you will be there, and those who don't, you know, they'll fall away, and it's all okay. This is what I'm seeing. So along with that, you guys, you know, you come across, like I was saying, like a breath of fresh air, but you also have this way about you where you make it feel like to people like anything is possible is what I'm getting, okay? So you just have that kind of vibe and attitude with whatever it is that you do. And that makes others feel like, yeah, you know, like I can do it too. I can live the life of my dreams. It doesn't matter how far-fetched and whatever that it might seem, like they see you doing it, whatever it is that you do, and they honestly, you inspire people by your actions is what I'm getting with that. Okay, so along with that, you guys are also seen as being unique, and that goes right along with the anything is possible type thing, okay? I feel like, yeah, you've got this unique, unconventional way about you, and I feel like, you know, if there isn't a set path in life, like you will create that path, okay? That's just the type of person you are, is what I'm seeing with that. So going back to your Leo-like nature, so I feel like you guys are really fun and like to go out, and you know, you get the whole group like having a great time. You're just that person, very like life of the party, can be the center of attention. Some of you might even be in the spotlight is what I'm also getting. But you guys also have a This is interesting, like a very dualistic nature. So I feel like, yeah, you know, when you go out, like you are out and about and in the spotlight and lively and having fun, but like I feel like when it comes down to just being at home and chilling and relaxing, like you guys, you do that just as well, you know, like wherever you're at, like you go all out is what I'm seeing. So I feel like you make it fun just to stay at home too. And again, it's because of your lively, dynamic personality. Also, when it comes time to, you know, kind of get personal and deep like you do, and you know, that's where I feel the Taurus and Cancer part of your personality trait comes through, is like you guys are, you know, you can zero in on something and you can be present and there and like go all out with that as well. And like I said, yeah, you definitely have like this deep side to you. And you're also seen as being wise and knowledgeable in whatever it is that you're into. So that goes back to people seeing you as being the one, like you're just well-rounded. You go out, you have fun, you stay in, you have fun, you talk deep, and people love it, okay? On top of that, you guys are seen as being hotties, okay? Baddies. People are just super attracted to you. So that also goes back to being the one. So like I was saying, you guys, you got it going on personality and looks wise. Okay. And yeah, and I feel like because of that, you guys are pretty choosy and probably leave a lot of people on red, because I feel like your DMs get hit up probably all the time. And I'm also seeing that, you know, you might even be involved with some love triangles or like talk to multiple people, especially like when you're single. I'm not saying you guys are players, but hey, I mean, it is a general reading, so some of you could be, but no, what's coming through with this is like I was saying, you get hit up a lot. So, you know, I feel like you entertain quite a few people at a time when you're single, and you're just like, and you know, you're single, and it's, I feel like you're just kind of like seeing like, well, you know, like who fits you, you know? So it's that kind of thing. Like you don't put all your eggs in one basket just because you think, just because somebody's hitting you up is what I'm trying to say. Like you feel out each person and be like, you know, like you're seeing what they're saying, you're seeing how they are energetically, like all that. And if you are attracted, like you weigh it out. You are the chooser here is what I'm getting. Okay, you guys also come across like a Sagittarius, so very like free spirit vibes, want to do it my way with the unique card. And yeah, it just goes back to, you know, some of you might have dreams to travel. And I could even see you being like a social media influencer and doing like vlogs and like showing like all the different locations and different like foods and just like, you know, really broadcasting creatively your adventures is what I'm seeing. Like with the spotlight theme coming through and the unconventional path as well, Sagittarius. That is what is a possibility for some of you watching this. But yeah, all in all, group number one, people would definitely describe you guys as being bold and center of attention, fun, lively, kind of got that Knight of Wands energy, okay? Opinionative, and like Leo Gemini energy in particular is coming through. So Leo with that fiery, opinionative, spotlight type energy, but Gemini with that kind of dualistic nature. Like, yeah, you know, you like to go out, but you also like to stay in. And it all depends on like what you're feeling, what's your mood, you know? But whatever you do, you go all out. So yeah. And you're also seen as being like unpredictable, okay? It goes with that spontaneousness. And like I was saying, whatever your mood is, and that's where, you know, you got that kind of Gemini vibe going on too. Okay, group number one, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Okay, bye guys. Hey, group number two. Okay, so how do people see you? Okay, group number two. So right away, the cards that came out for you were Libra and Cancer. And with that, I also got like Pisces vibes, okay? So I'm instantly seeing that people would describe you guys as being like real dreamy, like, okay? And just, you have this like sweet, warm, friendly, and like caring energy about you, okay? And along with that, I feel like there's also this side of you that's really, like with the Libra, values peace and harmony, okay? And it's like, I do feel like you want like everybody to like just be in that place, okay? Because that's where you strive to be on a day-to-day basis or a moment-to-moment basis. And so, yeah, you know, and along with the Cancer and Pisces energy, I feel like you guys are just, you are really, you know, intuitively you're guided by intuition and inspiration, and the heart is what I'm seeing. Okay, so you guys are like seen to be like kind of in a world of your own, off doing your own thing of whatever you're inspired to do, I feel. And really it comes across as being magical because it's driven by inspiration. So yeah, I feel like, you know, because you guys are seen to be magical, like people are drawn to you like a magnet without even you trying, because that's what they want. They want to live like that, okay? So they want what you got, okay? And you guys are seen to, like, whatever you do, you shine like a star, okay? And I feel like it comes from, because you come from such an authentic place, you know, you're true to yourself and you're not so caught up on what everybody else is doing, but really like focused on your own thing and what you're passionate about. And it comes across. And again, that inspires people, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't operate from that wavelength, but you do. So again, you know, and along with all that, you guys are also seen to be a free spirit. So like you like to do things your way. So definitely an unconventional attitude. You don't like to follow the crowd. I mean, yeah, you know, you might like certain trends here and there, but like, it's definitely like you got a mind of your own and you like what you like, regardless of what everybody else says and likes, basically, okay? So people, they notice that about you. And okay, so like going back to, you know, how you're driven by inspiration and shine. Yeah, you guys are seen to be a light in the dark, okay? For a lot of people I'm seeing. So whatever it is that you do, okay, I feel like keep it up. Okay, this is confirmation that yes, it is inspiring people, whether you ever hear about it or not. Just know and trust that it is, okay? And I always go back to like, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen or heard videos or whatever it is, posts that inspire you, and maybe you didn't acknowledge it, you know, and that's okay. I'm just saying that it just goes to show you though, like you just never know, you being you, how it's inspiring others to do the same or to do something they're passionate about. So first and foremost, always do it for you, but I'm telling you, it is inspiring people. Okay. So along with all that, you guys are also seen to be super attractive, okay? And along with that, you know, just like you guys have this, because you're so into whatever it is that you're into and your way of being, like you guys are like nonchalantly cool, okay? Like without even trying, just being who you are is what I'm seeing, as well as attractive. Like, again, I'm not getting like you're trying. It's just who you are, and people are really attracted to you. And along with that, you guys have a real like fun, flirty, charismatic personality is what I'm seeing. I do feel like it takes this group in particular maybe a little bit to like warm up to people. But I feel like once, you know, you're in your element, you're in your zone and you feel comfortable with these people, like you are more charismatic than like, let's say, a naturally outgoing person. Yeah. So yeah, I'm seeing that. And I feel like, you know, you guys, you just make any little, like, any bit of conversation fun, because you add your extra, you know, like, flirty charisma with it. Like, you have your own unique style, like, way of speaking and stuff, and people can't get enough of it, is what I'm seeing. Like, you guys make any moment fun. And along with that, people also see you as, like, their favorite. Okay, so when people are hooked to you, they are hooked, okay? And they don't see anybody else, is what I'm seeing. Like, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know what this analogy means. It's like when you have that favorite drink and you are so blown away by it that you just keep coming back to that because you know you don't even care to try the others. Well, that's you. Like once they get a dose of you, they don't want anybody else. They don't care about what anybody else is doing. They're hooked. So yeah, you guys get people addicted to you. And it's like, it's not, just looks or just personality. It's like your overall vibe. Okay, group number 2. You guys got it going on. And along with that, I feel like because of that, like people view you as being the ideal person that they would want to be in a relationship with. And even, make their wifey or hubby. But you guys are also kind of seen as being, kind of there one minute and interested and posting stuff and then not the next. Okay, so you kind of have an elusive nature about you that people can't quite pinpoint. So yeah, you keep people guessing, and I don't even feel like you're doing this on purpose. I feel like you actually kind of have a lot of different creative stuff going on that you're just like, you try and like spread your energy and attention out. Like you try to like balance different things in life, but I feel like, and this comes from being a creative. Like sometimes you end up spending a lot of energy on things that you're into and passionate about, and you just are like, yeah, I don't have it. I don't have any energy to give socially. Yeah. And that's the other thing that's coming through is you guys, you definitely, people would describe you as being creative and artistic. And I feel like, especially when it comes to, well, basically all art is some kind of creative self-expression. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm seeing that you guys are into. But on top of that, you are also seen as having like some kind of spiritual or Zen-like side to you, okay? I'm just getting a real peaceful vibe, and I feel like you feel like your life purpose is to spread a message where you help people see things in a different way, okay? And create a more peaceful life for themselves, okay? And it could be through your art. It could be through a creative means as well. You could even be a social media influencer or have a podcast or a writer. That's also coming through for this group. And as a side note, I think some of you also like to dance. Okay, so also seeing though that you guys have good work ethic, but like any creative, I do feel like, obviously you're going to work even harder on whatever it is that you're into. Although, if you've noticed like I have, like when you're in this creative zone, it's like you don't even have to work hard. It just like typically flows. Not saying that like you won't have obstacles along the way, but like, you know what I'm saying. There's definitely a difference, and a lot of that has to do with the energy that we have going into whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, overall though, I think, you guys also have good work ethic, period. And that's how you would also be described. Okay, so you guys are also the type of people that your exes probably boomerang back, okay? I'm just getting that with the reunite card, okay? So I feel like, they probably thought, oh, you're the one who got away, like regardless of how they acted while with you. And so you're the one that even if they appear like they've moved on, like you've always been in the background, like in the back of their mind. And they always thought, I wonder if, we would have done things differently, or if I hit you up again, like if, we could make it work type thing. But I feel like you guys are probably the type that, yeah, at one point you would have given your ex like another shot, but after, a bit of not hearing anything, like something shifted in you. And I do feel like this group in particular, it has or is going through a glow up with these 3 cards coming out together, and just like you are just doing your own thing and like shining like a star, coming across with this new magnetic attractive energy, and people, you're definitely getting new people's attention, like whether or not you feel like you've been hit up a lot. And I feel like some of you have been hit up a lot lately, so you'll know what I'm saying, and others of you, it's coming. you're going to be like, yeah, what X? You know what I mean? So, yeah, group number 2. Okay, so all in all, group number 2, your energy of how people would describe you is it's like you are in a world of your own. You're sweet, warm, friendly, flowing through life magically, magnetic without trying, imaginative, intuitive. And yeah, all in all, an inspiration and a source of light for people, and a Pisces, Cancer-like energy. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so how do people see you? Okay, group number 3, the first card that came out for you guys that set the tone was Run, which tells me that you guys, people would describe you as either literally like you like to run, you know, you like to jog, walk, stay in shape. Some kind of movement is coming through for this. Or it's figuratively speaking that you guys are kind of like runners, okay? Like when it comes to relationships and, you know, commitment and getting in deep with somebody. So it's a general reading. Take which resonates. I have a feeling for some of you it might be both, okay? Because that's the other interesting thing that's coming through for you guys. So Aries energy is coming through, which tells me that you guys are a very fiery, lively person who likes movement, like literally, okay? So I feel like you guys can get kind of restless if you're not doing something that involves movement. Okay, so I feel like this group, the people that pick this group, they like some kind of physical activity. They like sports, okay? They could be an athlete of some kind. Just getting a real fiery, I like to stay in shape, I like to move, I like activities, okay? Don't like to just chill, don't like to just sit around and hang out, basically. Or if you do, it's for a short period of time and it needs to involve some kind of movement or activity. Okay. So along with all that, you guys are also coming across like you are the new person, okay? Like the new guy or girl in town or in your friend group or, you know, in a relationship. Maybe, you know, you go from relationship to relationship. Like nothing, you know, intrigues you enough to stay for long is what's coming through. So again, like take which of those resonates. I'm actually curious, group number 3, like how are you guys the new person? Like why is that coming through? Like in what way? Maybe you guys move a lot, okay? And that's why, you know, constantly making new friends or in a new relationship. There's just something about you guys that's coming across as being new. Okay, so yeah, and along with the change card, I feel like you guys have endured a lot of change in life. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys did move a lot, okay? Or change jobs a lot or relationships. There's just something about this group that is very kind of like the only thing that is consistent is change with you. I also feel like your type of personality might like to switch it up a lot, okay? Like your looks, maybe how you act. There's just a total unpredictableness about you guys, okay? In fact, this was the most like diverse dynamic as far as cards go on you. And it's definitely hard to pinpoint you guys. So I feel like it would also be hard for others to really describe you. And it also could be because you're the new person, you know? You're also seen as coming across as the opposite of people. So maybe like you tend to attract the opposite of you in relationships. All you and your friends could be like kind of considered opposite in personalities and what you guys like. So like a Motley Crue type. So yeah, that's interesting. Again, just everything is so different. You guys are just so different. Okay, so I feel like there is a definite depth to you guys, but not a lot of people get to see it. So you guys, you definitely only open up to those that you choose, is what I'm getting with that. Like, yeah, I mean, you might, like, let's say you're at a party or somewhere with a lot of people, like, sure, you know, you might socialize with each of them, but you won't really reveal depth. Only to those that are in your circle, you know, those that are closest to you or those that you choose, I feel. So very selective in that way. You guys also have something with music, some kind of connection with music. So you might play an instrument, you might be a singer, you could something, you know, write songs, just possibly something to do with music, or maybe that's a dream of yours to eventually do something with music is what's coming through. And I feel like, you know, you just have such a connection with music. It just takes you to a whole other wavelength, and it's your source of inspiration, and you may even receive messages through songs and stuff like that. Just definitely a connection there. So you got a bit of a rock star-ness to you is what I'm also getting. So kind of a rebel, you know, wanting to do their own thing, just not be, you know, follow the crowd at all. And I feel like, yeah, like I do think if your dream would be to inspire people through music. Okay. Okay, so with the cell phone card, that tells me that you guys are pretty good at communication, but I feel like, again, it's like when you want to and who you want to with. Okay, so you're very, very selective in that way. Okay. There is an interesting spotlight theme with you guys. So, you know, with the Leo and the Aries both coming out, I do feel like you guys are pretty opinionative, like with what you believe to be true, and kind of opinionative. I don't know that you always voice it, but I do feel like, you know, if you feel led to voice it, you will voice it type thing. And again, I do think there is a certain spotlight theme, and that could go back to the music. But I don't feel like you guys are like typically like want a spotlight, if that makes sense. Again, it's like if you're in the mood, if you want, choose it. Okay, so I feel like if people who know you had any bit of advice for you, it would be to be patient. Okay, and that goes back to your restless nature. And I think sometimes, you know, you want things to happen maybe quicker than what they do. And I think people just want you to know that, hey, it's all good, you know, things will happen the way that they're supposed to. Like there's some kind of something about others telling you to have faith. Okay, that's coming through too. Okay, so yeah, Aquarius also came through, so I feel like, you know, you guys, you definitely are unique, you're different, you like to do things your way, and you don't like to be told what to do. Okay, so it goes back to the rebelness that's coming through for this group, and just that kind of like a rock star vibe, and just, you know, I see that. I think you think one of the worst things would be to blend in, you know, and just be like everyone else and look like everyone else. That's also what's coming through. So you are definitely your own unique person who's paving their own way is what I'm seeing. Okay, so this is all interesting. I feel like deep down you guys believe in love. Okay, but like I feel like there's just this part of you though, and it's kind of like a Scorpio in this way, where, you know, you have this depth to you, you have this like romantic, or you do believe in love, but like it is so like not outwardly expressed in how you are with others. I feel like people wouldn't even know that about you except for those closest to you or who knows you best. So that's interesting. I feel like, okay, so if you find that like certain people keep gravitating towards you in your reality, it's because it's people from other past lives. So like if you're the type that like keeps, you know, you and an ex keeps breaking it off and getting back together type, yeah, it's because of a past life connection that's come through. Same with friends, that also might be a thing with you guys. Okay, so maybe, yeah, because you guys definitely have a theme of like things breaking off, but then with this card, I feel like, but they also might come back together. So that could be the change as well as, you know, the newness. So maybe it's not necessarily that you moved and had, you know, new friends or a new relationship, but maybe things break off with you and then come back together. So again, take what resonates with that. Okay, so you guys also come across as being kind of fierce. So I think that goes back to like your opinionative, fiery Leo Aries type energy and nature, okay? So I feel like, you know, yeah, maybe some of you even have a temper. And people know that about you. It's just, there's a fierceness about you guys, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so you guys are also, I see, really into style and like how you look and your appearance, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it just kind of goes back to that rock star theme. Like, I feel like you feel like, you know, we represent who we are through what we wear and how we look. So it's kind of artistic of you to, it's an artistic way of viewing that, I feel. But yeah, you view that as being symbolic, so that's why you're into that. And even like who you choose, you look at their style, I feel. There's some kind of a style theme going on with you guys. But yeah, you guys also come across as like, I'll believe it when I see it, and kind of have a chip on your shoulder and like a tough exterior is what I'm seeing. Okay. So you guys, you know, I feel like you've definitely been through a lot, and you feel like, you know, almost like a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like you just don't want anybody to ever get like the upper hand with you or fool you. And I feel like, you know, you might be a little bit guarded, and like I said, like a chip on your shoulder, and kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it. And I feel like maybe, you know, that's why you don't get very, like, why you're in new relationships, they don't go very far, and why the commitment's not there is because you feel like, you know, I think you have this feeling like, even though deep down you want love, it's kind of like, you feel like, you know, people are just going to hurt you and you'd rather beat them to it kind of energy is coming through. Again, it's a general reading that might fit for some of you and not others, but yeah, so there's a definite masculine energy coming through for this group. So even if you're a girl, you know, that could mean you're dominant, like to call the shots. Some of you could be a tomboy, but again, like you could also be girly. You don't have to be a tomboy with masculine energy and like to call the shots. Okay, it's just an energy exchange. So that is also coming through. And all in all, group number 3, you guys are seen as runners. This could be literally or figuratively. And the new guy or girl, and you're into what you're into. I also feel like you guys have many interests. You love movement and physical activity, can be restless, fiery, and opinionative, very much so, an Aries energy. But also, group number 3, I feel like people are drawn to you, okay? They can't quite figure you out, and there's just something about you. You guys are always kind of doing your own thing, and like I said, very fiery and lively, and got this kind of a rock star feel to you, and people just, they gravitate towards you because they want to know more. You're very mysterious in that way. No, I didn't say it, but like you guys are also attractive people. Okay. It's just like, I feel like overall though, people, they want you to open your heart and let them in is what I'm seeing with that, you know. Because I think deep down, you guys, like I said, you do believe in love and you do have a heart. It's just you do have kind of a tough exterior that doesn't really let a lot of people in. Okay. But again, you know, those closest to you, they know your depth. You do communicate with them. And yeah, they get to see the amazing you. Okay, so that's the other thing that maybe I didn't emphasize a lot, is that when you guys do like let people in, like life is like how this kitten sees the world. Like very like, you know, it's fun, it's an adventure, and just everything seems different and like, you know, yeah, like just like you see the world through new eyes, basically. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 4. Okay, so how do people see you? Okay, group number 4. So right away, what flew out for you guys was Sagittarius twice. So that tells me that people would describe you guys as being like a free spirit, okay? So somebody who's like wanting to do their own thing, so, you know, unconventional and just seeing what they feel inspired or guided to do, basically moment to moment. And along with that, just the energy feels real, like kind of laid back and free. And I feel like, you know, you ignite that same freedom feeling in others is what I'm seeing. And along with that comes this card. So, which they honestly both go hand in hand really well. So I feel like, you know, just people being in your presence, they feel at ease and like free and like life is an adventure, and just that you, because you're naturally like a fun person, I feel, you know, who wants, you know, peace in their life, basically. And so I feel like any moment spent in your presence is fun, you know, because you have those kind of vibes. And yeah, I feel like people are drawn to you, you know, like a magnet when you are just being who you are because of that. Like they want that. That's what I'm seeing, that people, you know, they see that, whether you ever hear about it, you know, from them or not. That's what's come through. Also, you guys are an influencer more than you realize. So depending on how you are in your mood, I feel like you can dictate the energy in a room. And maybe some of you have observed that, you know. And I feel like it's really interesting once you start to realize that, you know. But what's interesting about that is that you guys are also coming across like kind of like you mirror back energy. So I feel like, you know, if you feel like, oh yeah, like somebody, whether a friend or, you know, somebody you're interested in is feeling this connection, I feel like you're very passionate and lively when you speak. But then as soon as you know, catch like an energy shift or like, yeah, like a switch up, I feel like you do the same thing. You're like, oh, okay, well, there's that, you know. But it's interesting because, again, like with the influencer and how, you know, naturally your energy is very like happy-go-lucky and free feeling, you know. It's like you have a way more influence on that connection that shifted though than you realize. But on the other hand though, I do get, you know, being kind of like go with the flow with what is too though. So, but yeah, it's all interesting to see. And along with the beach card, I feel like, you know, like life feels like a celebration around you, okay? Very Four of Wands energy. And I feel like you also gravitate towards people who have that like upbeat energy and attitude and like, you know, basically live life to the fullest, but like it's more like living fully in the moment. Like it's amazing to see all this upbeat, positive energy. And I also see that you guys come across as being, you know, cool. And I feel like you don't even really try, you know. And along with this card, what's also coming through is very observant people as well, okay? So I feel like, you know, you're the type that would be sitting back in the room and just kind of observing everyone in the environment and like kind of getting a read on people, because you're not just engaged right away in conversation like others are. So very observant, very intelligent, while coming across as cool. Okay, so I feel like you guys like are truth seekers by nature, okay? So always kind of looking and seeing like what resonates with you truth-wise. And I do feel like, you know, you guys, you get signs, symbols, messages from in dreams. Like sometimes you guys, you know, you dream things that will later happen. So definite like intuitive connection with dreams is coming through. And that goes along with the Pisces card. So you guys definitely have this like imaginative, intuitive like nature, okay? There can even be Cancer energy with that as well. So there's also a depth to you that I feel like, you know, you reveal that to who you want to reveal that to though. So pretty much those closest to you would acknowledge that part of you. You're also coming across like an Aquarius. So, you know, just unconventional, doing your own thing. To me, Aquarius and Sagittarius are very similar like energy. So, you know, like I said, you know, and this goes with the Taurus part of you. You do what you want when you want, you know, and you like to spend your time, energy, and attention on things as well as people that really do ignite your like inspiration, you know, and ignite the flame of creativity for you and whatever you're passionate about. And I feel like you know, with the Taurus will go all in with that as well. Okay, so yeah, and with this card, I feel like, you know, for some of you, you would be described as maybe spending long hours at work. And for others of you, I feel like you like to spend long hours on things that, you know, you're passionate about, or like a hobby or even a side hustle is what's coming through. Okay, so you guys are also seen to be attractive. Okay, so hotties. Like, people are just like, oh man, this person, you know, they got the looks and personality, like full package is what's coming through for you guys. So yeah, you know, very magnetic, I feel. I also feel like this group likes warm weather and being in nature, and I feel like a lot of your inspiration comes from being out in nature. And I also feel like that's a natural way for you guys to like get in the zone and be, you know, it's your form of meditation, is being out in nature basically, and as well as where a lot of your creative ideas and inspiration come from. Also, what's another thing that's coming through about you guys, and this will be for some of you, I feel like you definitely have this wanderlust, okay? Like, you want to travel, you want to go on some kind of adventures, and others of you, I feel like it's going to be like 50-50 for this group. I feel like you make being wherever you're at an adventure, and you don't feel the need to have to go out into the world and explore. Okay, so you guys, I feel like, you know, you're also, I feel like a lot of people like your voice is what's coming through. So yeah. And I also feel like you guys are really fun to communicate with. Like, you can also go deep, I'm seeing, but just like all in all, like, you know, you can basically talk about anything, and it's like people want to talk to you is what I feel. But again, I'm getting kind of a selective energy with this group. Like, I feel like you only though want to open up and talk to who you want to talk to. Okay, so you're choosy in that way. And yeah, at least as far as how deep you'll go is what I'm seeing. But I do see though that, you know, like I said, like people that know you though, they know like you got this deep side to you, and you know, you're seeking out truth. Okay, group number 4. So all in all, your energy is like a free spirit, truth seeker, connection with dreams. Some of you travel into, oh, that was the other thing. So you guys are also kind of like into your environment, I'm seeing, and like wanting it to reflect you and be Zen-like, okay? So you're into your environment and nature, okay? Get inspiration from nature, spends a lot of time doing what they love, is an influencer with Sagittarius vibes, who people are also magnetically drawn to, okay? Okay, group number 4, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.